Hello, everyone. Shoot me a quick. I'm here. I'm hoping everyone can see me. Sorry, my leg's itchy. Hello, everyone. So, just as a heads up, you're probably going to hear a fan. I don't know if you can hear the fan or not, but you're probably going to hear a fan during this live broadcast because our AC in the Brutus Monroe production studio is not working correctly. And it is approximately 83 degrees in Pittsburgh today. So it feels a little warmer than that, but it's 83 degrees. So it's a little warm here, and you'll have to excuse the fan, but it is, I don't know how loud it is or how loud you can hear it, but it's under the desk. It's not like, I try to get it as far away from the microphone as possible. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. So, as the title suggests, it is Christmas in July here at Brutus Monroe. So I'm really excited to share these products with you. These products feel like they have been in the works for, my goodness, probably 6 months, 7 months, somewhere around there. And I'm so excited to finally be able to share them with you. Now, we will have a paper pad as well that will release soon. We have not received it yet, so it's going to be a couple of days. So you will see possibly some marketing that includes a paper pad, but the paper pad is not here yet. So just to kind of get that out of the way right away, if you see marketing that features a paper pad, just keep checking back to the website to see when the paper pad has actually been placed on the website. So I'm really excited because now I get to show you this entire release. I'm going to do a little demoing. We're going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I think we're going to have some fun. So, are you all ready to see the release, everyone? I mean, I'm excited to show you the release. Are you excited? All right, let's head down to the table and let's talk about this release. So this time we're going to start with stencils. We normally do not start with stencils, but this time we will. Hello, Emily. This time we are going to start with stencils because they are just on the top of my pile. So that's where we're at today. So the very first stencil that we have is the poinsettia background stencil. Oh my goodness, is this stencil beautiful. So this will make a very dramatic statement on any background that you use it on, whether it is a 5x7 card, whether it is a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card, A2. You could use it on a slim line and you can repeat it. There's so much that you can do with the stencil, but I just love how big and bold and beautiful this big poinsettia is. And I do not have any card samples here with me, but please, please, please go to brutusmonroe.com and take a look at all of the amazing samples that our team has made. Oh my goodness, are they absolutely beautiful. So first we have the poinsettia background. Then we have the Ho Ho Ho, which I just think this is so cute and so much fun. It is just Ho 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 all the way around. The background, I believe these are $6.99. I'm pretty sure they're $6.99. Then we have the Ho 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 background, which is just a whole bunch of Ho 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 Ho, which I think is just so playful and so much fun. Obviously, you are going to get the reverse of the Ho Ho Ho. So there are so many different techniques that you can do with this. You can blend on dark cardstock with white and then do color over top, or you can do the reverse and do color in the background and do a white background. So it's or color in the background and then the lettering will be white. There are so many different things that you can do with it. But you'll see, again, a lot of projects from our team. Then a lot of you, so many of you in fact, have been asking for a new Snowflake stencil. So we have a new Snowflake stencil. So this one is called Snowfall. There have been, again, hello Valencia. There have been so many of you that have been asking for this, and we have it. So what I would say that would pair really, really well with this is if you were to utilize our brand new clear shattered glass with this stencil. Could you imagine that in the background and just the pops of color? Oh my goodness, it would be beautiful. Hello, Suzanne. I am enjoying my summer. So far, so good. Yes. So that is the Snowfall stencil. Now, we also have a couple of slimline stencils that I can share with you. I only have one that's in the packaging, and this one has to go right back upstairs. I can't use this one because this one we think is going to be number one. So this one has to go back, this one and the other sample that I have. But this one is called City Sidewalks. So our new slimline stencils are a little bit of a different size. And the reason we did them in that sizing is we want you to be able to use them on a 4 1/4 by 5.5 as well as a slimline. So you'll note there's a little bit of different sizing with them. They're a little bit bigger, but I mean, who doesn't want a bigger stencil? So this is City Sidewalks. I can pull it out of the package and show you though. I can do that, but I have to put it right back in. So this is what City Sidewalks looks like. It'll be perfect on all of your different, so imagine the backgrounds you can do. You can mask off the little buildings, do, you know, even some vellum. I mean, there's so much that you can do. I know, Jerry, I think I'm gonna start doing them again. I think I'm gonna start doing the lives during the day here at Brutus Monroe where I just show the product. And then I'm gonna get back into doing my lives at night where I actually make things. Would that work for everyone? I think that's going to be my new plan. All right, got to put this guy back in its package because it's going to go home with one of you. All right, there we go. It's back, like it never ever. Like it was never out of its package. There you go. So that is the City Sidewalks. Then we have Tree Farm. So I wanted to do one for you that was just a bunch of trees. I make most and create most and design most things because they are things that I want. And I just hope that you want them too. So Tree Farm is just a very, very simple tree farm, quote unquote. Very simple geometric shapes, but you can go in and you can add in some different accent colors. You can do a rainbow tree. You could absolutely just take a piece of like cardstock and mask off each area, do a different color, do rainbows. I mean, you could do so much with this stencil. So again, just a very simple, very, very simple tree background called Tree Farm. And then we have one that I have wanted for a really long time, but it just didn't fit when we were, you know, in the product launches. But this one is the Snowflake Garland. And I have a feeling you are going to be using these all the time. So Snowflake Garland is just, again, a beautiful garland. It can go vertically or horizontally, and I just think it's the perfect little added touch that you can add to all of your little snowflake projects. And last but not least, my favorite, you know, I always save my favorite generally for last, and that is the Twinkle lights. So you're looking at this probably and saying, Christopher, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? So with this, you can do this. And I am so obsessed with this stencil because it repeats. You can create as many of these lights as you would like. And you'll notice, because I'm kind of obsessed with the whole etching, do you see the etching marks on here? So everything lines up. It is absolutely foolproof. It will be so easy for you to utilize this stencil. And again, you can use it on an A2 size. You can use it on a slimline. You can even, I mean, you could use this on a scrapbook page if you wanted to. You could use this however you would like. And this is just, it's so simple. So simple. Okay, so next up, let's talk about dies. So we have some standalone dies. The very first standalone die that we have is called the Holly die. Now, this is a background die, and I am going to cut this one out to show you what it looks like. But it's, you know, I may not be able to poke out all the pieces, but you'll get the idea of what this will look like. I want to cut it out in some, I want to cut it out with some glitter stock, because glitter stock just always is a rock star for these types of backgrounds. And you can see what it will look like whenever it's cut out. But again, I want to cut it out for you, and I'm going to do that very quickly right now, because it's really hard to tell what these look like without actually cutting them out. So let me go ahead and pull this off. And also, you'll notice we are using a different adhesive now for our dies. There's a different adhesive in the manufacturing process, so it's much easier to take it off. Much easier. Okay. Oopsies. Oh, is this 2 pieces? Oh, it's self-adhesive. I grabbed the wrong thing. These are both self-adhesive. Okay, well, we'll try this with the self-adhesive one. I did not mean to grab that one. We do carry this, though, at brutusmonroe.com. This is the one that has the adhesive on the back. I was like, why is it not tearing? So it might be a little tricky to cut it out of this one because it is a detailed die, but we'll give it a whirl. I mean, why not? We'll give it a try because it does. The glitter paper there's 2 different types of glitter paper that we carry that do have the adhesive already on the back. One is the gold, and the other is the silver. But let's see how this did. It's worth a shot, right? Let's see here. Yep. Nope. The glitter paper is way too thick. So let's try this. Let's try this with just a regular piece of paper. Because then you'll get the idea, right? That paper is not made for detailed designs. Not even close to being made for detailed designs. All right, so we're just going to run this through with just a standard piece of paper. Okay. There we go. Try to get most of the pieces out before we even pull it out of here. But you will see how beautifully, and I'm not going to pull out all the different little pieces, but you get the idea. Can you see how beautiful that will be? Isn't that great? I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's what that one. And again, there are tons and tons of examples of these on brutusmonroe.com. So you'll just have to take a look and get some inspiration from there. But I love them. Love it, love it, love it. So there it is. So that's that die. Then we have the Star of Wonder die set. This is also going to be something... it's coming along, Jerry. It is coming along, slowly but surely. So this is the Star of Wonder. It doesn't look like a whole much from the actual packaging of it, but if you turn it on the back, look at these beautiful stars that you can create for your cards. Oh, I just think they're absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And the great thing about this is you get all different sizes. So you'll receive all different sizes plus the joy sentiment with shadow. And look at how beautiful those stars are. I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Then the piece de resistance. So now so when this concept was presented to me, I have a quick little, tiny little backstory. When this concept was presented to me, I was so confused. I did not know. I had no idea what this was going to turn out to be. I had no idea what it was going to entail. But I said, I trust the team explicitly. They are going to do a wonderful job. So this is the tier tray die set. So that's, you have to say that, try to say that 3 times fast. This is the tier tray die set. So is everybody able to see my screen? Is everybody able to see the tier tray? I don't know if the stream is behind or not. Can everyone see this? I just want to make sure. Yes? Okay, you can see it good. Okay. So, this is the tier tray die set. Now, you're going to see eventually that the tier tray die set is going to have some extra little pieces for different seasons as well. But looking at this, you're like, a tier tray die set? What the heck is that? So all the rage right now on Pinterest, on TikTok, on YouTube, everywhere you can look, Facebook, Folks are putting together these tiered trays for the holidays, and they look so good. They are so clever. They are just so well thought out. So the geniuses that are Darren, Shannon, and Michael figured out a way to create a tier tray that is made out of dies. Wait till you see this. So you can make these 2 tier trays out of this one die. Isn't this amazing? Oh my goodness, it makes me weak at the knees. Look at this tier tray that you can make. Now, this is one that you definitely have to look at brutusmonroe.com, because there are some projects on there that just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. So what you do is you take these dies, you cut out all of these little goodies, and then bam, you can create these tier trays with these dies. So again, you can make, and you can mix and match them however you want. Now, what's really cool is this little blackboard. You can put some of your little miniature sentiments, or just, I mean, really any sentiment that you have. Like these Merry Christmas will fit on there. I jumped ahead and showed you a stamp I wasn't supposed to show you yet. But how cool. So you take this, and then bam. Now, what's also really cool is if you don't like our pieces, like the trees and the gnomes and the, the bits and bobs, that's okay. You won't hurt our feelings. You can just use it as a tier tray. So make it as a tray. I'm sure you have cupcake dies. I'm sure that you have all sorts of different types of dies that will fit onto this tier tray. Now, I can say that this tier tray die is probably going to be the one that is going to go the quickest. So if you're interested in it, this is the one that I would grab, because the Christmas in July items will not be restocked. There are going to be other holiday items that come out. Obviously, we'll have a full holiday release as well as a fall and Halloween release, but these items are not going to be restocked right away. Okay, so that is it. That is it. Oh, and we also have some Halloween stencils coming. I don't know if Daryl is watching, but Daryl, if you are watching, if you wouldn't mind grabbing those 4 so I can show them off too. So this is the tier tray die set. Just so great. All right, moving right along. So many of you have asked for this particular type of stamp. You've asked for this for years, and finally it is here, and I'm just in love with it. I think it's so incredible. This is the Nutcracker Parade stamp set. So this is the Nutcracker Parade stamp set. As I'm looking at this, it seems as though these 2 got blended together. So you'll just cut this across here. These were supposed to be 2 separate stamps, but you can just cut that with your scissor. No big deal. But we have 3 incredible little nutcrackers. Then we have our favorite time of the year, Merry Christmas, and the most wonderful time. And then, of course, we have some little snowflakes on here as well. You will notice that our packaging has changed just a tiny little bit. It's just a little bit a little bit easier to read. So the name of the stamp will be up top, and then it will tell you how many pieces way up the top as well. And this is so that if you store your stamps, when you flip through, the name is right there on the top. Isn't that cool? You can absolutely die cut the nutcrackers because we have a coordinating die that works with it. So the coordinating die will go to each nutcracker, as well as the snowflakes and star, and then our favorite time of the year can be cut out with the dies as well. Okay? Do you see that? Okay, there we go. So that is the Nutcracker Parade. All right. So next up we have. So this is going to be very exciting, I think, to all of our. I think these are going to be very exciting to all of our friends that live where there is a cacti or cactus available. So this one is called Christmas Cacti. So this is just super cute, super whimsical, super fun. And this one has a whole bunch of little cacti on it. They, of course, have little ornaments. This one does not have ornaments. I provided ornaments for you to hang on top of it as well, if you would like. And then we have Merry Christmas, and have yourself a merry little cactus, which I think is just hilarious and super, super clever. And then there is coordinating dies for this one as well. As most of you know, the team has been working tirelessly to create these little inner pieces. So you can see on this die, you do not cut these out. These are going to cut out all of the little inner pieces inside, so you have a really close cut. Okay? Isn't that great? I love it. And then the piece de resistance, which is this Gigunda stamp set that I have a feeling y'all are going to be using over and over and over again. I'm actually going to, let's see here. I'm going to put this a little bit more towards the center. So this is the Snowflake Swirl. This beautiful stamp set can be used on a slimline. It can be used on a 6x6 card. It can be used on a 5x7 card. It can be used on a background for a scrapbook page. I mean, there's really not much that you can't do with this stamp set. So again, this is Snowflake Swirl. It is a big, beautiful swirl that you can put on the background of your cards. It can be in the foreground. It can be really wherever, wherever you want it to go. So we have some sentiments, merry and bright, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and then Merry Christmas. And this one has more of a bold base to it. And I just think that that's super fun and super cool. And again, this swirl, I have a feeling you're going to be using it on lots and lots of things. I mean, imagine this stamped out on a dark navy blue paper or a black raven paper with white ink, white pigment ink. Oh, I just think it would be just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. All right. So I'm going to demo for you really quickly the Twinkle light stencil, because I have a feeling that that's the one that we're going to get the most questions about. And so this is the Twinkle light stencil, and I'm going to demo this on just a large mixed media tag, because that seems to be the easiest way to kind of demo these things. I am going to, oh, perfect, he's arrived. Thank you. I'll show you these. I'm going to show you these after I'm done doing the stenciling. Okay, so this is the little light stencil. I'm going to take a little bit of pixie spray, because pixie spray really will do wonders on holding everything together or keeping it. Now remember, you got to give it a little shimmy shake. And I'm going to place this right at the very tippity top. It might be a little bit crooked, but that's okay. And how we're going to start is I'm just going to take a little piece of scrap. I'm actually going to utilize the Brutus Monroe grid mat, which I think just came back in stock. I'm just going to place that right on there. And then I'm just going to take a couple of Post-it notes. And just place them right here, just so I can, when you use Post-it notes, you can get messy, which is, my middle name is, all right, so we can use 3 of those, and then I'm going to show you how this works, and how you can do each color super, super quickly, super duper quickly. All right, so we're going to start with, we'll start with Later Gator, okay, which is a beautiful green. And we're just going to blend and just do our top portion here. Okay. So far, so simple, right? All we're doing is just, and now you could use whatever color you want. Again, whatever floats your boat. Create your own ending. All right, so there's piece number 1. I'm just going to take a paper towel and wipe that off, okay? Now what you're going to do is we're going to remove our Post-it notes. And what you'll notice, so I'll show you here, is there's etching. See this etching? That etching matches perfectly with your bulbs. So all you have to do is place that right on top of the etching, and you're done. There you go. And now we're going to cover up this bottom portion and then one of the bulbs. And we're going to start with red. And then work our way down. So we'll start with Love Struck, which is our red. And you don't really have to be super aggressive. Now watch. First one, done. And then the next one, because I looked at a typical colored lights set. So for the next one, we're going to do pink. And all you got to do is just cover this up. Okay, so I know that where did I put that pink at? I could have sworn. Oh, here it is. Rosy Cheeks is next. Okay. And then again, just give it a little zhuzh so you don't get the ink all over the place. And then you just move this over. And again, you can do whatever colors you would like. Do your own thing. This is Donna. This is our new Christmas in July release. Okay, so now we need orange. And for orange, I'm going to be using Traffic Cone. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Again, kind of just rub that off there. And then lift and move. We can actually move this one all the way over here now. Just place your little Post-it notes. And now we're going to do Over the Moon for the yellow. And these mixed media tags really saturate well. So there's the yellow. Okay. And then we're going to need a green. So for the green, I think we'll use Viper, because that's a little bit of a different green shade than the shade that we used for the actual wire. So Viper. Okay. Again, move on down to your next one. Super simple. So now we're going to do a blue. So we'll do Clear Skies, which is one of my favorite blues in the collection. Hi, Speedy. So here's the blue. Again, very quickly and easily. And then last but not least, we will do Triple Berry for all of my purple lovers out there, because I know there are so many of you out there that would be very upset with me if I didn't do purple. So purple it is, and we're going to use Triple Berry for purple. All right, and we're done. Now we just need to add a little shining shimmer, and we're done. We'll pull all these off of here, and you can see all of our colors are complete. Took what? Maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes? All right, and now for our last piece, I'm going to pull this off. You'll see there are little highlight pieces. So that just fits. You'll see it goes right over top of where you just stenciled the bulbs. I mean, it couldn't be simpler. Couldn't be simpler. I'm going to use a little bit of silver glitter glaze, because why not? Okay, let me grab my palette knife and make sure I mix up my glitter glaze. And then just spatula this straight across. Try not to get anywhere we don't want it. I think we did good. Wipe off our spatula. Isn't it fun, Donna? Okay. And then peel this off. It's going to go right into the wash sink. And then here we go. Ready? Look at how beautiful that is. So this is the one that I did today. This is the one that I did the other day to make sure it was dry so that, you know, the glitter glaze wouldn't come off. But look, aren't they great? 2 different versions. And it makes it so simple to layer. So simple to layer. So easy peasy. So, all right. So that is everything that I have for the release today. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, I almost forgot. My favorite holiday of all. Are you all ready to see a sneak peek of Halloween? A sneak peek of some Halloween stencils that are coming? Hot off the press? I mean, if you're not interested in the Halloween products, I can just skip over them and I could do them in another video. Oh, you are interested? Okay. I had a feeling. All right, so first and foremost, we have another layering stencil, and this one is called Bonehead. It's called Bonehead, and it's super fun because the top 12 coincide with the bottom faces. So you can see here that these are the little skull faces, and then look at the etching. Look at how perfect these are. So this is called Bonehead, and they're all different. So again, this matches perfectly with this, so all you have to do, well, let's just do it real quick. Why not? Why not? I mean, do y'all have somewhere to be right now? If you do, head on there. But I'm going to just stencil this real quick so you can see how this will turn out. All right, so we'll start with, and these are going to hang off a little bit, which is fine, because this is a little bit different from a... All right, so this is Bonehead, and we're going to do them as like little pumpkin heads. So we'll just go ahead and blend. And again, I'm using the pixie spray because these have some little pieces, so you don't want all of those little pieces to move and shift around. Okay, and then to give it just a little bit more drama, we're going to use Roar, which is a little bit of a deeper color, and just hit kind of the tops of them, the tops and bases, and this will just give it a little extra oomph, you know. Sometimes you just want it to have a little extra dimension is the word I'm looking for, dimension. All right, and then for the actual faces, we'll do Gur. Now, of course, you can do whatever you want with this to create your own background, but let's go ahead and now this is going to be, well, I guess it's not going to be too messy. All right, so now all you do is you peel this up. Now imagine this. Imagine these faces with glow-in-the-dark embossing powder. Can you imagine? All right, so these little faces fit perfectly on top of the previous one. So see that? Fits perfectly. And then all you do is I'm going to take some brown now, which this one is called Gur. But again, use your embossing powders. Use your glow-in-the-dark chroma glazes. Use your deco foils. I mean, the sky's the limit, right? All right, let's take a look at these little faces. Oh yeah, or Deus de Muertes. You could do rainbows. You could do, I mean, just think of the things you could do. So now, peel this off and look at the faces. Now, what's cool is, again, you can just continue layering these. So you just put them down. You can do a whole background. Oh yes, Donna, now you're talking my language. So that is Boneheads. Oops, I just stuck those stencils together. Boneheads. Isn't that fun? Super easy, super simple. All right, so now for the next ones, again, a highly, highly requested stencil that y'all have been asking for a while. And so this guy is the Dancing Skeleton. So this can be used for a slimline card. It can be used for an A2 size card where you just use different little pieces. Whatever you would like. I mean, literally whatever you would like, you can use this Dancing Skeleton for. Which again, I just think is super fun and super funky, and it's just, I think it's so cool. So this is the Dancing Skeleton stencil. Then we have, continuing in our kind of scene series, so you just saw the stencil that is, I'm going to pull this one out of its package. You just saw the stencil that is called City Sidewalks. So of course we needed one that's called Close to Midnight. So this is the Close to Midnight slimline stencil. This stencil will create a spooky and funky and fun graveyard scene. So this graveyard scene will be super, super fun for all of your little trick-or-treat cards. Or, I mean, there are so many things that you can use a graveyard background for that, again, are Halloween related, or even, I mean, there I'm sure are other ways that you'll figure out how to use, hello Simon, this Close to Midnight stamp. So again, Close to Midnight is a really, really cool, really, really fun background cemetery scene. Okay, and last but certainly not least, and it's so hard for me to pick my favorite from these ones because let's face it, I love all things Halloween and fall, and it's just super, super exciting to me to be able to do these products again. And this one is called Glowing Faces. So with Glowing Faces, and let's see if I can put something behind it so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. Glowing Faces are these incredibly funky and fun, spooky jack-o'-lantern faces. So you can see they have tons and tons of intricate little pieces to each one of them. Now, of course, these were designed to use in tandem, so stacked on top of one another, or I designed them with enough room in between that you can actually, take your Post-it note, just a standard size Post-it note, and, cover that up. Okay? So this is the Glowing Faces stencil. So now that is everything. Well, everything that I can show you so far. So I hope that you're all able to grab all of your Christmas in July products while supplies last. Click the link that's down below, or depending on what platform you're watching on. I think we're streaming on, Facebook and YouTube. Facebook, it should be right below, and then YouTube, it's sometimes to the side or below as well. Go ahead and click on that release. I just read Donna's comment and tried to speak at the same time. I'll never do that again. Take a look at the link, and you'll be able to see all of the products that are being released. So I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I appreciate each and every one of you. I cannot wait to see what you create with these Brutus Monroe products. Y'all are just so great, and you just create such incredible, really cool things. So remember to create something every single day, whether that is your own Christmas in July card or your own ending. I love you all very much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, my friends.